That's my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Taurus, welcome to your February 2019 reading with me, and happy Valentine's Day to you guys who are celebrating, whether you're single or couple, divorce. This is a day of love that I am definitely happy to celebrate with you guys. Taurus, you're ruled by Venus, so you guys know that you're into that lovey energy. You're ruled by the goddess of love, so it's my honor to be talking to you guys. So let's talk a little bit about February and what it means for you astrology wise. February is shared by the zodiac signs Aquarius and Pisces. So Aquarius is going to be occupying the first couple weeks of February for you. That's another fixed energy, Taurus. You're a fixed energy. You're just an earth. You're an earth fixed sign. Aquarius is an air fixed sign. But all the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, are all the fixed signs. And you guys work with stability, okay? Aquarius is mental stability. Taurus is stability when it comes to logic and being grounded and even materialistic, like financial stability. That's you, Taurus. So whenever we go through fixed energies, this is beneficial to you because you're used to that very fixed, balanced energy. So hopefully Aquarius season has helped you guys stabilize your mind in the mental processes of everything going on here. So that would be, Aquarius is 10 houses away from you, Taurus. So Aquarius season represents your future, your long-term goals and stability, your legacy that you're leaving behind, and also your career, if I haven't mentioned that. So Aquarius is that serious energy for you guys. We all have a 10th house, and when we go through that, so this is about, you know, stability within your career, stability moving forward into the next 10 years, the next 10 months, okay, the next cycle of stability for you guys, okay? That's the Aquarian energy. So we're going to be having that. We had a new moon there, okay? So if there was any new moon intentions that you guys set on February 4th for new careers, new money, anything that has to do with stability in the future, that would have been a great time to set new intentions. And don't worry, you can set those intentions all month until March 6th. When we have the new moon in Pisces. These new moons and these full moons last a month long. Some of them last up until 6 months. So we definitely have that strong energy there for you as far as career. But then we move into Pisces season at the end of February, okay? And Pisces season is 11 houses from you. So we go from your 10th house to your 11th house this month, Taurus. And Pisces is going to represent your friendships, the groups of people you associate yourself with, social groups, that social media energy, that 11th house collective, internet energy. So this is going to have to do with the community you live in, the friendships you have. And that's going to be happening more at the end of February, okay? So we've got 10th house and 11th house energy, your career, your friendships, your long-term goals and legacy, and the groups of people that you associate yourself with, Taurus, okay? Now, we do have a full moon in Virgo on February 19th this month. That's going to be a supportive moon for you because Virgo is also an earth energy. So this is your sister sign energy, and it's 5 houses away from you, Taurus. So, wow. I don't know if you can hear the wind, but it is blowing hard. So I'm sorry if you guys can't hear me. I'm talking as loud as I can, but the wind is like so loud. But yeah, Taurus, that full moon in Virgo is going to be important to you as far as happiness and pleasure, creativity. I will talk to you guys more about that full moon on February 19th when I upload my full moon in Virgo video. So if you guys want to know what that moon has in store for you, please watch my full moon in Virgo video towards the end of the month. And as I mentioned, we did have a new moon in Aquarius in your 10th house. So I think that's all astrology that I would like to talk about. And other than that, Taurus, yeah, 10th house, 11th house energy. So, I do want to start by getting you guys a card from my universal notes from the universe, okay? We have all these notes from the universe here, and what we're going to do is we're going to get you guys a message from the universe, okay? So, let's go ahead and get what this message is for you, Taurus, for February 2019. What do we have for Taurus? Okay, so we have keep it simple, Taurus. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. And this card says, old souls use words very sparingly, except, of course, for I, love, thank, and you. Wow, now, and cool. Wow, I love you now, the universe. P.S. Which sounds much better? Which sounds much better than wow, now, I love you? Sequence is important. Okay, so that's a little bit of a tricky energy there from the universe, but it says old souls use words. So I feel like this is a message about using your words, Taurus, especially words like I love and thank and you and wow and now and cool and wow, I love you now. So sequence is important when it comes to these words, and the universe is basically saying that old souls use words. And you know, the Hierophant card is about wise old souls, like counselors and therapists and priests and some sort of spiritual authority figure. So keep it simple, Taurus, is your message for February. Keep it simple. I like that. I like keep it simple. So I did shuffle the cards before I started the reading, and I did shuffle until I saw the Hierophant card. This is your ruling tarot card, Taurus, and so I know that the reading is ready because we shuffled. And so I would like to take a look at the energy right behind you for February. We have the Ten of Wands. This has been coming up for a lot of the signs in February. And I think that's because February, especially when we enter Pisces season, you know, we're fresh into the new year still, first couple months in, but we still have some of the heavy burdens from the past years, or maybe there's just some burdens coming up for you, Taurus, in February, okay? So the Ten of Wands is really important to you guys in this month because just like Aries, just like Aquarius and Pisces, Pisces and Aries for sure. I don't know if Aquarius got the Ten of Wands, but this is about dropping a heavy burden, okay? You've been working really hard at commitment, and, you know, all of you have burdens in different areas of your life. We do have the Magician behind there, so it could be mental burdens. It could be a burden while you're trying to manifest something. Maybe fearing the fact that you don't have enough resources like the Magician has. And Taurus, you're all about resources, okay? And sometimes Taurus can fear the lack of resources, money, wealth, emotion, mental resources, passionate resources. There's all these different resources here. Virgo, Gemini energy here, but definitely Mercury. So this is definitely about, you know, mental burdens that are probably linked to resources in some way, you know, fearing the stability of your future. Okay, Taurus? So that's what February has in store for you, is, you know, really getting committed and believing. Okay, there's an energy here about believing the fact that these resources no longer have to be a burden, okay? Whether this is job related or relationship related, like resources are actually a burden for Taurus because of how much stress and fear sometimes that can be centered around that, okay? You guys are the second house of resources, so we do have a resource message here. So February is all about dropping whoever is a burden, Taurus, okay? So that you can feel lighter moving into March. So let's go ahead and see what's going on, Taurus, for you in February 2019. What do we have for Taurus, Spirit? What do we have for the zodiac sign Taurus for February 2019? Okay, we have the Three of Wands. It's interesting. Aquarius got the Two of Wands to start out their reading, and you're getting the Three of Wands. Okay, there could be some kind of symbolism there. This also has something to do with juggling, financial stress, maybe. Oh yeah, definitely financial stress, feeling left out in the cold, juggling, no longer wanting to be in poverty or feeling homeless, especially with a Scorpio or an Aries. Okay, maybe some of you guys have a Scorpio father. Maybe this is talking about taking control and transforming. But we do have Aries and Scorpio here. Okay, if you have a Scorpio father or a Scorpio father to your children, this is about transforming, okay? Letting something die that has been left out in the cold for too long, no longer juggling what is frozen over and basically cold. But Taurus, you're looking out to your future in February. We start out with you waiting for something, okay? So let's get the rest of this reading. We have the Queen of Pentacles, my Taurus woman card. We got some Taurus females in the house who are dealing with potentially Leo, Sagittarius, Aries men, or just very attractive men. Okay, we've got a King and a Queen there. Alright, so let's continue. What else do we have for Taurus? We have the, oh wow, we have the Hierophant card. So this is actually you, Taurus. Two strong indications of your own energy coming up. And we also have Aries. So we've got some Aries Taurus stuff going on, okay? If this isn't a father figure, if this isn't something that's controlling, or if this isn't authority, like a boss or something like that, Taurus, this is talking about you and your authority. Or, of course, an Aries or a father figure, whether that's the father of your children or your father, your grandfather, someone else's father. We have the Nine of Cups, so there's some kind of wish here that you need to take authority. This is like, you know, I feel like I can say this and it will resonate with all of you. This is taking authority and committing to something, okay? It might even have to do with a marriage or some kind of like relationship. But I think you're taking control, Taurus, and there is an Aries, okay? There's an Aries individual showing up here. Commitment with an Aries is coming up. What else do we have for Taurus for February 2019? What else do we have for Taurus? Remember to keep it simple, Taurus. So there's no need to complicate things. We have the Page of Pentacles, some financial messages coming in, work commitments, okay, but that is centered around some sort of conflict. So I know there's financial conflict. There always is with Taurus. And what could break a heart of a Taurus even more than that? Maybe there was a separation, a secret. Maybe there was some secret cheating third parties that ended in a separation. Okay, and that now there might be some financial conflict, maybe some divorce energy for some of you. And as I say that, we have the Eight of Cups falling out. Some of you are waiting to walk away, especially from a Scorpio. If you're not dealing with a Scorpio who walked away, or if you're not walking away from a Scorpio, this again is talking about something that has died. This is your opposite sign, Taurus, okay? So this is leaving in order to transform something, okay? Especially when it comes to the future of your stability, your family, your home, your financial success. Like, this is what's transforming for you in February, especially with that 10th house Aquarius career energy. But I see some walking away here in February. Towards the middle, towards the end of February, there's definitely someone who's leaving something behind emotionally. Now let's continue. What else do we have for Taurus for February 2019? Taurus, February 2019. We have the Eight of Cups, and I did see the Seven of Swords. So someone here is a little bit sneaky. They have more options than what they're, you know, maybe saying. And it's interesting, we have the Eight and the Seven of Cups. I've been seeing that a lot in February, where someone will have the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands, or the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So there's some numerology here. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. So someone here has a lot of options, and one of those options is to be single, to be financially independent, enjoy their own gardens of abundance while being single. Another person has an option to walk away. So there's lots of options. Someone's fantasizing here about being single and exploring their options. I do see exploring options here. Two more cards for Taurus, please, for February 2019. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So someone here is working very hard at financial fairness, financial balance, the equal give and take. All right, one more card for the beloved Taurus for February 2019. One more card, Spirit. Oh my goodness, that is not one card. Okay, some of you guys are dealing with Leo and Pisces, or there's some happiness here with a Pisces that you're juggling. Maybe you're not sure about this. Maybe there's some financial stress and happiness and love. So this is a money, happiness, and love message, okay? We got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or just some kind of love message that's bringing in some kind of happiness, especially if you're dealing with Leo. So I feel like this is love and happiness coming in to help someone out who's been really stressed out financially, juggling love, juggling their happiness. So there's two different things here that make you happy. There's two different lovers here. This is a choice. Okay, we do have the Aquarius card here at the bottom of the deck. But I just want to shuffle and get one more card here. Let's try to get one card for Taurus to place underneath the Page of Pentacles. And we do have the Four of Swords. Some of you guys are taking a break from Aries, Sagittarius, Leo men, because I do see the King of Wands. And it's interesting, we have the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So we've got a Sagittarius here. But the Knight of Wands means different things, and we'll talk about that at the end of the reading for your underlying energy, okay, Taurus? So let's just move this on back so you can see the whole reading. And we're just going to start at the beginning. The first card that came out for you was that Three of Wands. So this is an energy of waiting for your ships to come in. You see the ships in the background there. So there's something that you can see in February. It's very close. You can almost taste it. Literally, that's such a Taurus quote there. It's so close you can almost taste it. I don't know what you're waiting for, Taurus. It could be a person, a place, a thing. It could be a job. But there is something that you guys are all waiting for in February. And you can see it. It's in your future. This is, you've already made a decision, okay? This is the card that comes up after the Two of Wands. So you've already made a decision between comfort and growth. And I'm not sure, those of you who chose comfort, those of you who chose growth, you know, that's completely up to you guys. You're all on different paths. But you've reached a point here where you're very high up and you're able to look at your horizons. And there is something that is coming in February. You are, maybe it comes in March, but you are waiting passionately after you made a decision, and now you're waiting for basically the effect of those decisions to come in. You made a decision, and now you're just waiting to see what's coming in after that decision, okay? So there is a waiting energy that starts off February. You could spend February waiting for something, Taurus. So your patience is coming up here. I do feel an energy of being patient enough to wait for what it is that you see, because you have the logical proof. Those ships are logical proof that someone or something is coming in. It's just about waiting on divine timing. So Taurus is definitely waiting for something in February, okay? And we have the Queen of Pentacles coming up after that. So could it be that you're waiting on future stability? Are you waiting on another Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? The Queen of Pentacles would wait on something very realistic. You know, it looks as if she's even waiting for something here. While you wait, Taurus, go ahead and assess your financial situation. You know, why not? Why not assess the resources that you have? Because once you determine what you have, Taurus, you can determine what you'll need in the future, okay? So there is something here about staying grounded while you wait, staying patient, relying on logic and money and finances, the tangible things, okay? There is some kind of waiting here, all right? I definitely see that Taurus is waiting, because the Queen of Pentacles is a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus woman, but this is known as the Taurus, okay, the Taurus energy, because we have the bull there, okay, it looks kind of like a goat, but this is just you, okay? The Queen of Pentacles is definitely an earthy woman. She's nurturing, she's a mother figure. Whether she has children or not, she is very mothering, and she can cook, she cleans, she does the laundry, she does all of those things, you know, and she even has time at the end of her day to chill and read or relax. So this is like, you know, maybe what you're waiting on, Taurus, is stability in your home and in your work. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles, one of the things that the Queen of Pentacles represents is work-home balance. So, you know, being stable, like what could be better? You know, having stability at work and financially, but also having a stable home-cooked meals. And, you know, there's something here about waiting on stability, waiting on a financial endeavor, waiting on more resources to come in, okay? There's definitely something this Queen of Pentacles is waiting on. And I feel like you're waiting on some kind of money, Taurus. You're waiting on some kind of physical proof. You know, it's something you can see in the distance, but while you're waiting, you're just focusing on the resources that you have as well, okay? Which is what that pentacle represents. There's something that you value that you are sitting on and thinking about. And, you know, maybe this even has to do with travel. Some of you guys may be waiting on the financial funds in order to travel to a certain place, okay? So definitely I see some sort of grounded, earthy, maybe this is you're waiting on a new job or a new source of income, because this is the Queen of Pentacles also talks about new financial endeavors, but this is a queen. So you are showing up as someone who has mastered finances, resources, stability. I mean, Taurus, you are a master at those things, whether you really see yourself like that or not. You're very stable and you're very grounded as you're waiting for your ships to come in. And these ships, they're coming with something that you value. So you're going to have to ask yourself what it is that you value most in February, because that's what's coming in, okay? That's what you're grounding yourself and waiting for. The next card we have is the Hierophant. So we do have Taurus here. This is your ruling card. You could be dealing with another Taurus, or this could be your energy. The Hierophant card does talk about commitment, tradition, beliefs, having faith. So make sure while you're waiting for whatever this is, Taurus, that you have faith, okay? You may need to seek out some sort of financial counsel or spiritual counsel, some sort of advice, because this is the advice giver. Some of you guys are waiting for financial advising, some sort of financial advisor energy again. This could also be a marriage or a third party, because we have these two people here standing before this priest in the middle. So I don't know if you guys are going through marriage or divorce, or if you're waiting on some sort of commitment. okay, Taurus? And while you're waiting for commitment, you're also grounding yourself. Like, Taurus isn't going to wait to the point where their resources are running out. Taurus is going to wait, but also do something that's bringing in resources while you wait for this thing to come in, okay? We have the Hierophant. So it's about getting committed. Taurus is really grounding themselves and committing to something, okay? And it's interesting. We do have the Page of Pentacles here. So the Page of Pentacles is a younger earth sign energy. This is you kind of tapping in more to that youth. Like, how can I be youthful? How can I find new value in this situation while I'm waiting for something else? What is it that I can do? Because Taurus, you can look around in a room and see something that you can sell. You see resources where other people don't see resources, okay? And this is someone who has some kind of financial message coming in February. Maybe this is what you're waiting on, some kind of financial message, okay? Because the Page of Pentacles is a messenger, and he usually is messaging about money. It could be another Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. This is that earth energy. They may be younger, so there might be younger people involved. This is the stability in regards to children or something like that. But this is also a seed, Taurus, that is being planted. If you can look back there, you see those big trees, and then you see that blank field. So there is a field, a metaphorical field in February that you can plant seeds in. Now, this is really speaking to that 10th house Aquarius new moon. You could have planted seeds all month long until March about career. So if you're wanting to change anything in your career, if you're wanting to set any new intentions, if you're wanting to start new career paths or anything new that could bring you money, like a hobby or something like that, this is the time to embrace that, Taurus, because we have the Page of Pentacles messaging. So you could be messaging and communicating. Remember, you know, use your words and be wise. There's something here about being wise, okay, especially with the Queen of Pentacles and the Hierophant. But there is some kind of financial message, or maybe it's a Virgo or a Taurus or a Capricorn that's messaging. But I feel like this is news about a job, or this is a newfound pinnacle. Okay, this Page of Pentacles has found some sort of new value in something, and he's ready to start a new financial journey. Okay, there's something here about no longer being foolish with your money, you know, grounding yourself a bit more. Now here we have, you know, some maturity here. The Page of Pentacles is a lot younger than the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So there's something here about maturity financially, more wisdom financially. The Page is at the beginning of a journey. The Queen has already ended a journey financially. You know, she's very grounded because of that. She's grounded because she's been the Page of Pentacles. She's been the Knight of Pentacles. Now she's the Queen of Pentacles. So there's something here about mastering your finances, mastering your resources. Maybe that was about that energy when I first started reading for you, when I seen that there was some burdens and financial poverty, you know, fearing that you don't have enough resources. Tap into that Queen of Pentacles energy and, you know, maybe speak around and connect with some people that have this Page of Pentacles quality. But you may be hearing back about some sort of job commitment or something like that too, Taurus. Now, it's really interesting here. We move to the second row. And we start out with the 8 of Cups. So this is walking away, okay? You could walk away around February 19th. There could be something final, the final goodbye. Now, sometimes this is someone who walked away that's coming back. So you guys could be waiting to walk away with the 3 of Wands on top of this card. You could be waiting for someone to return who walked away. It really depends, but this is very much linked to the new and the full moon. So the new moon in Aquarius, the full moon in Virgo, the new moon in Pisces. So from now until March 6th, over the next month, you're waiting on something to return to you, or you're waiting for your ship to come in so that you can leave, okay? Some of you are waiting on finances. You know, you guys are in marriages or you're in codependent relationships where there's intertwined finances. So as a Taurus, you know, you don't want to sacrifice your comfort, okay? So you might have chose comfort, and now you're just kind of waiting on, you know, your new ships to come in and a new decision. I do think that some of you chose to continue being with someone, or you continued staying at a job or something instead of choosing growth, but that's okay, Taurus, because this might be when you walk away to find that growth. The eight of Cups is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, and again, there is that very bright full moon there. So keep an eye out on February 19th. That might be when you or another person walks away. And I think that you've been waiting on this, whether it's someone coming back, someone walking away. There's something here about the bright full moon completing something emotionally. So you're walking away. You might not be walking away physically, Taurus. This is more of an emotional separation. But, you know, in my opinion, if someone walks away emotionally, that's even worse than them walking away physically or mentally. So there's something here that you're leaving behind. You were very emotionally invested in this person, place, or thing. And now you're headed out on a soul journey. Now you're looking to be fulfilled at a soul level. So you know that these things need to be left behind. Whether they're people, places, things, jobs, money, the emotion that you invested is definitely being set aside so that you can walk away on your own soul journey. And that's what you're waiting on. You know, you're waiting on this ship to come in and possibly take you away on a soul journey. You could be waiting on a person, okay, waiting to walk away again. Now, you're walking right towards the Seven of Pentacles. So we go from the Eight of Pentacles to the Seven. So I feel like this is someone who's walking away and taking a step down or taking a step back. Not necessarily in a negative way, Taurus, but maybe you're walking away because there's just so many options. And I think this is someone who wants to walk away and explore all these different options, okay? All these different cups have different emotions here. Now, this is a fantasy. Someone's walking towards a fantasy. Maybe they walked away from a fantasy. Got a Pisces energy coming up here with this fantasy card. So this is a deep subconscious energy, Taurus. And this is about all the emotions and options that you have in your subconscious realm, okay? In your head, in your mind, in a dream state, okay? All the different things you dream about. Wealth, celebration, knowledge, your home, stability. Okay, but the thing to keep in mind here is that not all of these cups are going to make you feel emotionally positive. It's like picking your poison. So pick your poison, Taurus. You're walking away to pick your poison here. Someone here has a lot of options, and so they're either being walked away from, because this Queen of Pentacles might not like that energy. She might want to be a little bit more stable with her choices, as opposed to this deep watery energy of walking away towards all these different confusing options. Someone might be walking away because of confusion, or maybe you're confused because someone walked away, okay, Taurus? But walking away and options, walking away and confusion, they're going hand in hand in your relationship. Maybe you're confused as to whether you should wait longer or just walk away and no longer continue waiting on stability and commitment in this situation, because you get a financial message and you're able to walk away because of that. You see, you find some sort of money or value this month. Maybe you just simply find and discover value in yourself. So that is what you need, Taurus, this month. Maybe there's something that comes in on the full moon. Okay, there could be something that comes in financially around February 19th where you're able to walk away. There's a message that gets sent and you're able to walk away. Maybe this is something that, you know, an offer, and that's what makes someone walk back. I don't know if this is coming or going. Maybe a little bit of both. Okay, but it's an ending to a cycle of confusion. You've got lots of options here. This Queen of Pentacles, which is you, Taurus, has a lot of options when it comes to stability. So don't think that you're running short on resources, because you're not. You know, you have a lot of resources here. You got a lot of cups here. Yeah, it's confusing. It can be a little bit of a fantasy, but I love that this grounded energy is here to help you throughout this fantasy, throughout this subconscious realm, okay? Help you walk away. And you know, I feel like you're doing this, Taurus, because there's a lot of options when it comes to, you know, even money, okay? Even, it's just different things that you feel, different paths that you can take. You could be waiting on all these things. But we have the Six of Pentacles coming out next. And the Six of Pentacles comes out for people who are really focused on receiving what they're giving. So this is a point in February that you reach where you're like, look, now that I'm focusing on my own value and my own resources, you know, I'm a Taurus, and I'm not going to give to anybody who isn't giving back, okay? You might be dealing with a Libra here, but this is definitely talking about financial balance, the equal give and take. We've got these people down here on their knees. They're receiving crumbs, okay? So I don't know where you fall in this card, Taurus. You could be the person in the middle who's kind of giving to the less fortunate. You know, Taurus, if you have an abundance of resources, you know, you may be finding yourself in a position of charitability this month, giving to the less fortunate. You know, there is an energy like that. But when I see this card, you know, I feel like there's a point where you or somebody else has been at an all-time low. There's also all-time highs, but this is the balance between the two. You know, there's been times when you've starved. There's been times when you've had 6-course meals. There's been times when you've had a full tank of gas and when you've had literally no gas and you only put $1 in. So definitely the equal give and take, 50-50 exchange, giving what you receive, and make sure that nobody's giving more than what they're receiving, because you know, it's important when it comes to your resources. It's important in your relationships, in life in general. This could be working at a job and you feel like you're working overtime and you're not getting the right amount of pay. So there are lots of options when it comes to gaining financial balance this month, okay? You just have to commit as the Queen of Pentacles. Be very grounded throughout this confusing energy. This is Pisces season. Okay, that full moon in Virgo and Pisces season is coming up. So February 19th, that's going to be when you really walk away from things that aren't grounded, things that aren't making sense. Because to you, it's all about the equal give and take. There's nothing more logical than that. Like, you didn't give me anything, so I'm not going to overextend myself to you. There's been times, Taurus, when you have been charitable. You've given people things, and even though they don't pay you back or they don't really return the favor. So this is talking about a marriage. If you guys are in a marriage where there's money involved, what marriage doesn't involve money? But this is about only committing to the balanced, okay? Only committing to, you know, those who are going to give you just as much as you give them, you know, receiving and giving, that whole thing. So there needs to be financial balance when it comes to any kind of commitments, work commitments, friend commitments, family commitments, any commitments, Taurus. You're only going to be committing to the 50-50, especially if you're in a commitment, whether it's a marriage or just a long-term relationship. It's about both of you guys feeling that your needs are met, okay? You know, if you're giving at this point and I'm receiving, then there's going to be a time when I'm giving and you're receiving. You know, no longer just being that giver, okay, or the receiver. It's definitely an equal give and take, and that might be, there's definitely some financial advice here for some of you guys, whether you're seeking an actual financial advisor, if this is an accountant. This is tax season, so this is all about the equal give and take. You know, who gets what in a marriage, you know, making sure that it's very balanced when it comes to the relationships you're in. Okay, and the next card we have, Taurus, ending your reading is the Four of Swords. So there needs to be some sort of rest. Some of you guys are working way too hard. Now, when a Taurus, we've already figured out that Taurus is kind of a little scared about their resources this month. You know, there's some kind of expense that comes up this month. It might be a surprise expense or something, and it might make you guys fear a little bit the future. And that's that 10th house Aquarius, okay? And that makes sense why when you reach the Pisces energy, you know, you're thinking more on a collective scale. So there were certain things that came up about money and career, especially in regards to the future. I do see the future of your money at the beginning of your reading, and that is totally a 10th house Aquarius energy. So it makes so much sense at the beginning of February if you were thinking about the future of your stability, okay? But what I was going to say is when Taurus is fearing that, they start working overtime. So this is why the universe is saying, make sure you're resting. Your foundation for your mind, your mental foundation is coming up here because we have the Four and we have Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So after all this stuff happens in February, make sure you're taking time out from these financial endeavors, from these commitments. Make sure you're taking time to rest and meditate and pray. This is silent time. This is time on your back, resting, maybe even praying, meditating, stuff like that. Now, there might be something you're praying for here that comes in. With the Page of Pentacles, this is something that you have prayed for, Taurus. This money, this home environment, this newfound value. The universe is saying rest. If this is going to come to you when you're not working hard, there's some kind of message that comes to you guys. Maybe some of you are unemployed or dealing with some sort of poverty or scarcity of resources. And it's kind of an ironic message, but this message comes to you guys in the middle of the night, like when you're asleep, or during a meditation process, you know, during some kind of healing energy. Some of you guys have taken breaks from work, and then there's this new message, okay? After a long period of unemployment or something like that, there's a new message that comes in. But make sure you're resting. If you have time in February to rest and kind of take a break, do so. Because with these energies coming up here, there might be things that come in moving into March that really start things moving fast, okay? All this walking away and all these options and balancing out these options, you know, grounding these energies. It's important that you're resting your mind, okay, Taurus? Because there is an energy here that is saying you really need to rest. Okay, we've got fire, we've got water, we've got pentacles, we've got air. So you've got a pretty good combination. mentally, you need to rest. Okay, there's a lot of anxiety I'm picking up on here. Just a lot going on, a lot of thoughts. So you do need to rest. Financially, there's newness coming in, but stay grounded while you're waiting for this. And also make sure that your resources are very balanced, okay? Keep an eye on where your money is going so that no one's pulling the wool over your eye. But you look pretty grounded and balanced when it comes to finances, which is why this new abundance is coming in. Emotionally, you're a little confused, Taurus, because of walking away. Like, some of you don't know if you should walk away. You don't know if you should walk away to explore different options. Walking away is going to put you in a place of all these new emotions that you're not used to feeling, on top of everything else going on. Passionately, you're ready to charge forward to something new. Passionately, you've been waiting on something. Some of you could be waiting on fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But this is like something you manifested, okay? Something you manifested is coming in February, Taurus. Especially that you had the Magician at the beginning of your reading. So that's just a little bit of the breakdown as far as element. I mean, you showed up in your own reading, Taurus. So Taurus is really requiring balance when it comes to their resources this month, okay? So if you have to tell certain people no, even if you have to tell yourself no in the name of your financial balance and healing, you know, you may need to do so, because the lack of financial balance is causing you, you know, some confusion. Okay, there's something that needs to become a little bit more clear so that a wish can be granted as in regards to financial balance. But I really feel that this is the most important message here. You know, make sure you end February on a healing note, okay? Praying and meditating and spending some time in silence, because that is going to be the energy that allows this space to come in. It's going to allow space for these new values. Taurus, you are finding new value this month, okay? There's something new, new money, new job, new people, new things that you value this month, okay? And that's going to, this new money coming in, it's going to further balance, you know, the resources that you have. So as far as the underlying energy, we do have that Knight of Wands that we talked about. So some of you are dealing with quick, passionate energy. This is some kind of fast, passionate message. This is my Sagittarius energy. So there's something here about moving quicker towards what would, you know, make you feel warm and on fire. The Knight of Wands is moving towards passion. Now, he can be kind of in and out. This could be someone who's in and out of your life, and, you know, you're kind of done waiting for that because it causes you confusion. You know, you're walking away from a person who's in and out of your life. Like, one minute they're passionate about you, one minute they're attracted to you, but then they're attracted to the next person tomorrow, you know? So if there's any in and out energy, you're no longer waiting on that. You're becoming more grounded. You're focused on yourself, because this has been kind of a battle. It's been kind of a competition now. You've got all fire energy, okay? You've got all fire energy at the bottom of your deck. So strong fire sign energy, but also, you know, there's something here about standing up for your victories, Taurus. Standing up for your own personal victory. And, you know, you're going to be congratulated in front of people. You know, you may receive a job well done, or there may be some kind of metaphorical parade or celebration. You know, if you do something at work or if it's in your relationship, you're getting acknowledged for your victories. And that's all because you're standing up. Some of you are standing up against competition at work, or maybe even competition when it comes to this in and out energy. Could be your energy too, Taurus. Passionate about something one minute, and then, you know, maybe that passion is linked to that scarcity of resources. Something is linked there, you know, and that might be what you're standing up against, or why you're kind of charging away from that energy, because this is strong fire, and fire can potentially destroy earth and destroy a foundation. So there's something that you've battled here, this in and out energy. You have definitely stood up. Some of you are standing up against these in and out energies, whether they're friends or whether they're family members or lovers. It is a Sagittarius energy for some of you. But if they're in and out, and if they're confusing you, if someone here has more options than what they're telling you, someone's walking away. And I feel like you're going to walk right towards your victory. You're definitely standing up for your victories. Standing up for, like, hey, I'm the one who did that. You know, I deserve credit for that kind of thing. Okay, in spite of the competition, you win, Taurus. Like, if there's any competitions this month, you're going to win. We do have the Five of Cups here. So there is something here about the loss of a marriage that someone is still mourning. Someone still regrets. Maybe this is not mourning a relationship. You guys could maybe regret marrying a person, you know, especially if you're in marriages where your stability is being threatened. Maybe this is the loss of a home environment for some of you guys, or some sort of regret about moving out or moving in with a person, especially Gemini, Libra, Aquarius men. Okay, we have the devil. Could be dealing with Capricorn energy. There could be a new lustful spark though, because we have the Ace of Wands underneath the devil. So even if it might be toxic, but it's sexy. You know, so I don't know what you're doing with that, Taurus, but this is like a new beginning of passion and lust with a person, okay? And on top of that, you know, there could be a different scenario going on where there is some sort of regret or loss in a marriage or in a home, okay? Because we do have the Four of Wands. So with all this other stuff going on, it may cost you the loss of a stable home environment, but if it's toxic, Taurus, let it crumble. You know what I mean? So even though there might be some emotional loss here, there might be some depression in a marriage or something like that, you know, there is other options for you, Taurus. There is another relationship out there for you. Okay, you can always move on victoriously. This is what your reading is all about. Okay, being a bit more fiery, being a bit more expressive when it comes to standing up for the victories. You know, you've been victorious this far, Taurus, and now it's time, like victorious. It sounds kind of like Taurus. So there is a victory here, okay, that you have to stand up in order to gain. So I feel like that's what this whole reading is about, being victorious in spite of financial balance, in spite of options and walking away. And, you know, there's something here about the direction of your passion. Okay, we've got two horses charging in opposite directions. So you're taking a more pure direction when it comes to what it is that you're standing up for. And you don't care who wants to knock you down. I mean, we have the 6 and the 7 of Wands, okay? So you might be taking a step down, but even that is going to be in the name of your own victory. And I think you're going to know what that means for yourself more than what anyone else can tell you, Taurus. You know, sometimes taking a loss is actually the best win, whether it's a relationship that you think you lost. Like, not everything is a loss, Taurus. Okay, every ending is a beginning as well. Okay, so just keep that in mind when it comes to some sort of regret or depression, or, you know, something that didn't work out, because there's something better in the future for you. You just have to turn around and see it. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching and for listening. I also want to say, Taurus, keep your spark lit, because my candles, I didn't realize it, but they're kind of low in your reading, okay? So this is about lighting that fire again, feeling passionate again. And that's exactly why this Ace of Wands is back here, okay? There's a new spark, Taurus. There's a new spark emotionally, passionately. There's a new journey that you're going on. You know, it might have to do with ending a toxic narcissistic relationship first, but you're going to pick up movement and be victorious moving into March, okay? So thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate all your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. If you have any questions, please drop them down in the comment section. And if this resonated with you guys, feel free to reach out to me for a private reading. This is a general reading, so, you know, it's going to resonate as much as it can, because there's lots of Taurus. But if you want me to look at just your energy, I can do private readings. So everything you need to know is in the description box. So I look forward to hearing from some of you guys. And other than that, I will talk to you guys on the Virgo full moon. And if I don't see you there, then I will talk to you guys in March. Bye.